Hello, hello. Okay. Oh, it's been a little while since I've been in Farming Sim. And my controls just stopped working? Oh, okay. That was weird. The game took a very long pause there. Okay, we are, again, we are at the stupid hotel, which is unfortunate because we have our own place to sleep now. It just won't spawn us there, so I gotta look into how to do that. We're down here somewhere. I did not get to do as much bailing as I had hoped, so we gotta finish this off first. Which shouldn't be a big problem. Let's get this lowered. There we go. We'll get the lights on so we get a nice little cheap bar. And we'll get the beacon on as well. As one should. There we go. We're working. We'll get her done. This fortunately will not take that long because we have this nice extra wide baler pickup. There's a mod called Quick Bail or something like that. Once we've done this, we will go. I was gonna say we should go collect them, but I was driving around on the weekend. Coincidentally, through some farmland around where I live. Not farmland itself, but around where there are farms. And there were a few grass fields that had recently been mowed. Well, probably not too recently, and they just left the bales sitting in the field. They were wrapped and everything looked very similar to the ones that we're making here. But they were just sitting there, and they were sitting in some reasonably high grass that had already regrown, obviously, so... Which tells me that not everybody actually goes and picks those up and stores them in a shed somewhere in a barn. I suppose if you're not doing anything with that field in the meantime, there's no harm just letting them sit there. Just have to check something real quick. This field is a really awkward field. It's got this huge height element to it that makes it so difficult to go up and down. This is going to get problematic when we start plowing it. Well, we don't have to plow, but when we start drilling it, seeding it, it's a pretty slow process. We may at some point need to upgrade this tractor here. I don't recall if it's actually ours or if it's a rental. I think it's probably a rental. But yeah, fortunately this wider pickup area. This doesn't take quite as long. And depending on what time of the day it is, we may just leave them here. We can always pick them up later, especially because I don't think we're going to be doing anything with this field immediately until the spring. Because it'll be November next. Oh, so we should actually we should have a look at this real quick. The calendar. It'll be November. Okay, that's still fall. Planting season. Oh no, we would have to plant as well in November. Plant and harvest. It's going to be a busy fall. Oh, I don't know how I bound this. It's just sort of real screwed up way. It's not actually activated. Oh wait, I think this is not set up right. Does it not have the width proper? I guess this must just be... I'm guessing that just doesn't work for this machine because it's not a real... because it's a mod, so it can't actually detect this properly. Go away, though. Those two rows over there bother me, so we're gonna have to go clean those up. Why it's missing stuff on the left there is clearly covering. It just must be the way the field is inclined. It's not great. Squires, yes sir, we did buy the farm. The farmhouse is right behind us, so that's part of it. So this is actually one of our new lands, new fields here. We ended up mowing it at the end of last stream. Or last farming stream anyways. So yes, we are now proud owners of a farm, which we apparently can't sleep in. I don't know, the game keeps spawning me at the hotel. But, yes, we do have the farm. We have this field, and we have another cornfield just beside it that is not quite ready to harvest. It should be ready next month. So the goal here is actually to get through just cleaning up this field here, baling the last bit of the grass, and then going to sleep and hoping that the weather in November holds out okay, because we have 3 days to harvest corn and then possibly replant both of these fields, because if we want them to be, if we want to harvest something other than grass for the spring, we're going to need to plant something in both of these fields. So we basically have a day to harvest, a day to plant, and another day to plant the other field. So hopefully that will work out. 71 months in a row, Squires. That is some serious commitment. I can't even do the math how many years that is. And round bales. Yes. This is my my small cheat baler from a quick bale mod. You can see by the red line, it's picking up grass on a much larger radius than the machine should. All that really means is you don't spend as much time baling. It's about triple the speed, so it really does cut down on it. Otherwise, baling is probably one of the least exciting things to do. Picking up the bales is even more fun, because the physics are kind of wild in this game. And I'm thinking, actually, we have a little bit of daylight left here. We may actually want to go pick those up and store them in our shed somewhere so that they can turn into silage over the next few months. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to rent something anyway, so I think I might just rent a telehandler and not a little wagon, just get a telehandler and basically bring them over, because it's so close to our farm. I don't think we can go through there. Let's see, did we rent? Yeah, so we own a pickup truck and a mower, so we've got a great operation here. What do we have? Leased items, tractors, balers. Alright, so we're just going to return this right here, because we are done with that for now. We rented the tractor and we rented this because we did get some water. Let me take you on a quick tour of the farm. The farmhouse, that is. I thought this would be a nice tractor to lease, and it's not bad actually, but it still lacks some power, it seems like. So, this is part of our farm. Pardon me for 1 second. Why does this never... Ah. And the Twitch mod view for the chat is just... It's just not good. I don't know. There we go. So that's just like a house that I wish we could rent out, because it seems like it's probably 2 families we could rent it to. We have got a greenhouse here, and let's have a look and see how this is progressing. We hauled a bunch of water over here with that rented thing, which I should return actually. We are growing Oh, I didn't return it because we still need more water, I think. We're growing tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries. And all we need to provide it is water. The rest just happens. So, that's kind of cool. That came with the farm, and I didn't even know it. Then we have a bunch of sheds and things like that. We don't actually have a place to sleep, apparently, which is slightly annoying. And the field on our right, that's the cornfield. That's not quite ready to harvest, but I'm hoping we'll be ready to harvest tomorrow, or next month rather, which is tomorrow. So I'm just gonna, I should just park it here. I should park it in the proper spot. I'll just park it in this shed here. We did buy a little silo here so that we can actually store whatever we harvest in there, hopefully. It's empty right now. We do have a chicken coop, which we have no chickens yet, of course. We can buy some at some point. We'll do that in the winter, I think, when we don't have field work to do. But I think if we get silage, the ideal place to put it really is over here, which is the cow barn. Which again, we don't have any cows either, but can we drive through here to get to that field? No, we can't. So that's actually very unfortunate. It's too bad we can't get in through here. What I might do is I might get... This is our field as well. It's just grass. We're going to have to mow this at some point. Well, this is actually the cow pasture. So what I might do is I'll get a telehandler and I'm just going to pick up all the bales and just toss them over the edge here, and then we'll come in with this and we'll just store them in here. But first we're gonna have to rent one. Telehandlers. I really want to try this electric one. Maybe I'll try the electric one. I've used the JCBs before and the New Holland. They're nice, but since we're only renting and we're only picking up a few bales, it's not going to be heavy. Let's, yeah, let's lease that. And we will get the bale fork. And you know what? We're just going to buy that because it's not really worth leasing that. It's only £900. What other attachments are there? Manure forks, pallet fork, yes, log fork. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is a modded version with tension belts. Okay. So, let's go get the telehandler. We're going to fast travel here just because I don't feel like picking up the truck and driving it up here. I didn't actually know you could be on the other side of that. Alright. Here we go. Cute little telehandler, electric, and a big bale fork. It's so quiet. Can't even tell it's on. Alright, I will raise it up out of the way though so I can see. I do actually, but so in this case, this one's a bit different. It's got a, in the bottom right next to the, what gear I'm in, there's a little green bar. It's got a battery on it on this one. Oh, this thing is not fast. Not surprisingly not fast, but... Just keep going, sir. I can honk too. Come on, we all got places to be. So yeah, the other ones, you do actually have to gas them up. This electric one, I don't actually know how I fill that up. I assume I would have to find a charging station. I don't know if I can do that at the farm or not. For the gas engines, there's gas stations that you can go to. And alternatively, you can actually have a diesel tank at home at various places. I think we have one. And I think you can just purchase diesel and have it delivered or magically appear inside that. And then you just refuel from there. This thing doesn't have a beacon. I feel like I should probably have the hazards on. Driving this thing very slowly. Yeah, you don't care at all. Oh, that deer almost bit the dust. It makes a really strange sound from outside. That clicking sound is supposed to be the electric motor, I guess. But in here, if it's not for the hazards that I've got on, it's very peaceful. Soon there'll be a dozen cars lined up behind me, because apparently the max speed on this thing is 15 kilometers an hour. Which I probably should have looked at. I could have purchased something that moves a little bit faster, so it won't take quite so long to get things done. Oh well, that's why we just leased it. We're not married to this thing. We can just return it when we're done. But I'm hoping that we should be able to stack up about... Might be able to get 4 bales on at a time if we're fortunate enough to line them up properly. Otherwise we'll just do 2. But yeah, okay, this actually really sucks with how slow this drives. How many vehicles do we have behind us? Oh, it's only 4. So yes, you do have to gas them up. But they actually, I think I have it set on high fuel usage because it seems like they consume very little. I mean, it's probably realistic, but the fact that we really go with like 1 to 3 days a month means that we never have to fuel these up maybe once a year. I've actually not had to fuel one up yet. Not in this playthrough and not in the other one that I've got going on. It's been a while. This is where... Oh, this is just the fishing camp. Okay. Got a little ways to go still. God, it's gonna take us 40 in-game minutes to get this thing back. At least the cars can now carry on. This is painfully slow. I did not anticipate this thing being this slow. Maybe we'll actually be able to go and pick up a bale or two before it gets dark. Take a shortcut through this broken wall, which I don't know if we can fix that. Kind of would be nice if we could, I guess. So does none of the cameras give us a better view of... No, I guess not. I mean, I guess this camera, work camera view is not too bad. So I think, yeah, I'll just bump right into this. So what we'll do is we will just... Oh wait, what? Oh, that's lame. Okay. It thinks that those are, like, high in the air, so we're gonna turn the hedge collisions off again because that's not real. Boy, that's not helpful. There we go, hedge collision off. Oh, I should just be able to drive right through here. Okay, we'll just go with that. Make our life a little bit easier, I guess, in that sense. And we're just going to stack them up here, I think. It's going to be a little while before we have any cows. Oh, don't tip over like that. Okay. As I said, the physics in this are interesting at times. Looks like there are 5 of them left. 5 bales left. So we ended up with 9 total on the field. Alright. Let's see if I can get 3 on here. Didn't work. Yeah, I really wish the JCB has got a much nicer working camera, one that is basically at the level of the forks, the bale spikes here, which is, you can imagine, it's much more useful. Let's see if we can be a little bit creative here. Quite the creativity I was looking for, but it'll take it. I'll take it. Now I understand why there's a mod to have tension straps for these, because then you can just have it on here like this and strap them down. That would be quite handy, actually. Two more to get, and then we can return this slow machine. Oh no, there's another bale. Oh, two more. Oh gosh. Alright. I could try to stack them. Actually, let's try that. Here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to try to stack these two. Those two there, and I'll try to stack the other two, pick them up, and then come get this one. I'm sure this won't work well, but I'm going to try. That camera really does suck. I have no idea what angle I'm at, what height I'm at. Oh, the lights just went out in the sky. this. That left bale looks like it's... Is it trying? I feel like it's trying to escape. There we go. We'll take it. And we will return this thing. Wait. I don't know what will happen because I just remembered that fork is ours, so I should store that somewhere. Otherwise, I don't know where it's going to put it. It's not going to return it with it, but it's going to put it. So here comes the snow. At least the weather forecast is reasonably accurate. I want to store it in this this large shed. That's where I've stored the mower. I think this is kind of my equipment storage shed, right? Isn't that what the mower is? Yes, it is. Here with it. Now we can return. All right. So since we can't sleep at our house for some reason, because, yeah, it just puts us out here, there is no sleep marker. It'd be nice if it was right there at that house, because it's clearly our house, but... So, farmhouse doormat. Maybe we can buy or move that farmhouse doormat? I'll have to look at that at some point. We are going to move into November. I don't know what the weather's like. We are hopefully harvesting corn. If not, we are going to seed the field that we just mowed. Oh god, we are not seeding anything. Oh jeez. Oh, that's not good. Still growing. It's still not done. Well, I don't think we can do anything with this right now. We can't seed that. That really throws a wrench into everything. What's the weather forecast look like? The rain should... The snow... It's gonna snow all day today. I don't think there's much we can do. We might buy some chickens. But we don't have any seed for those yet, so there's not much point. I think we're just gonna go right back to sleep and go to November 2nd, at least. I mean, we'll only have 2 days. But if the corn's still not ready, at least we can work on this field. Yeah, alright, that's what we're gonna have to do. There is no point staying awake, essentially, for this when it's just snow, and what we're supposed to do, we can't have snow for. Okay, that looks much better. Still growing though, so what? It's just not gonna be ready? I don't understand that. When is it going to be ready? Well, maybe it'll be ready tomorrow. I guess that does mean we can think about what we want to put into that field, and I'm thinking we're just going to do something very simple and just grow some wheat there. Because we're going to need just a basic grain to feed chickens and stuff like that. So let's do that. We're going to have to rent some vehicles. We have a tractor, so we don't need to rent that. That's good. We already have at least, rather. We need a seeder, and we want to get a seeder that can direct seed directly. So we don't have to plow, we don't have to cultivate, we can literally go right into that field. And there's a few of these. I've used this one before. This one's actually... we might just buy that because it's a mod, but maybe that's why the price is so low. It's not the biggest one. You know, like these things would work faster, but the pricing is huge. So I think maybe as to start our farm here, we should just go with that. We'll just go and buy this. Doesn't hold as much. It holds 1,660 liters. I might regret this, but it seems more reasonable than leasing something else that's huge. And we're going to buy some big bag seeds. That's 1,000, so we'll get 2 of these because that's more than we could fit into that seeder anyway, so we'll see how far that gets us. That field is not super huge. Okay, so now we just gotta get into our tractor, pick up our seeder, and get to work. Maybe we can at least get one thing done here before the weather and or the corn screws it all up for us. I love this little mod. I think it's part of the vehicle control add-on, which is also the one that we're going to use to help with the GPS stuff. But it has 2 things that are really great. When I make a turn, it'll automatically pan the camera a little bit to the side, which is great. And when you go into reverse, it can automatically look out the back window if you wanted to do that. It's entirely possible that that corn is just not gonna... I don't know. I'm not sure when if it's not ready to be harvested tomorrow, then I believe it's outside of the harvest season, so I'm not sure if it'll let us harvest. I know there's a setting to turn that off, so I feel like... Because it's not our field, we didn't plant it, so I don't know why it wouldn't be ready. It is like in the very last growth stage, so it's not like it's going to be next year's crop. So I just feel like if it's ready to be harvested outside of the season and the game won't let us harvest it, we'll just turn that option off, because I'm okay with maybe not planting anything in there, because we technically would have missed the planting window as well, seeding window, but I would be a little bit miffed if we can't harvest that because some other farmer before us screwed up their scheduling or something. I don't know. I think we can just load it. Right? Are we close enough? Yes. Good. Why can it only hold 830 liters? Is that... So does it seed and fertilize at the same time? Is that what's going on? In this case, we'll just buy a bag of fertilizer. And screw it, we'll just get 2 of them as well. They don't actually go bad, which is nice. Of course, they placed them in the most terrible spot possible. There we go. Loading fertilizer. Alright, so at least we'll be able to seed and fertilize at the same time. That is one of the really nice things about this this thing. Alright, let's bring that to the field. Let's get cracking. Ooh, that thing's wide. I was just gonna say, yep, it's very wide. Oh, we're gonna have problems with traffic here. Frankly, get out of the way! Oh gosh. You know, I mean, that can't be helped. There's no way for us to get this thing down the road here with traffic enabled. Okay, that's not how we want to go here either. Probably just leave the traffic off, to be honest. It's just kind of annoying, and these roads are so narrow that anytime we're going to be driving anything other than our pickup truck is going to be a big pain. And there's not really any other routes. There's no ways to get to the farm without this taking this street. God, this is a narrow road. And this is not even one of the big seeders. I suppose this is one that just, it can't be folded, so it is just a certain size no matter what. Whereas the other ones unfold to become wider, so maybe they would have been a better choice for transporting it, but cost-wise this was the way to go. The other thing I might do is I might see if I can purchase precision farming data for that field, so basically soil sample data, because it'll make the seeding and the fertilizing more efficient, so it'll save us money in the long run. And you can rent equipment and sort of do the soil tests yourself, but you can also, I believe, you just pay for it. So the idea behind that is you would hire somebody to just come out and give you a report, which is probably more appropriate for us at the moment. I should probably plant something in this field here. That is way too huge to be a grass field. So yeah, I guess if we can't have corn, if we can't harvest the corn tomorrow, we will probably have to go and maybe seed this field. This isn't going to fit through there either, is it? Or maybe just. Over top we go. Now, let's see if we can do what it is said. Can we buy field information? Where are we? Field 34. Purchase soil information. 4,200. Yeah, I think it'll be worth it in the long run because, see, now it knows it's mostly loamy sand. That's actually okay, I think. Oh, that's good. It gave us the analysis for this field as well. Oh, it considers this all one field in this sense. Okay, well that's good. So that means that we saved something. Because that cornfield is tiny. I think that'll just be our grass field. We're probably going to have to plant something else somewhere else. Okay. We are just going to plant barley? No, we're not going to do barley. We're going to do... Why has it been... Why are you being so slow? I'm hitting this button like multiple times. Come on. We're doing wheat. Well, that's right. This does not actually need to be turned on. It just works. This is a strange mod, but... Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, it just works. So, because we now know what the soil type is, it can... I don't know why I went this close to the edge. I'm never going to be able to harvest that nicely. It will variable the seed rate accordingly, and it will also apply the appropriate amount of fertilizer based on the soil composition. So you can see it's increasing the nitrogen level for the optimal value for wheat on silty clay. And you can kind of see, like, silty clay is not great because it actually takes more seeds and takes more fertilizer, so it's more expensive. I suspect we will probably have to get more seed again as well. Or not necessarily buy it, but we'll probably have to at least go back to pick it up. Which is kind of unfortunate because it takes a long time to get there. But these are the struggles when you're dealing with like a small farm still, you know. It's smaller machinery, slower machinery, everything takes a while. Just curious to see how far around we get before we run out, because this might be a case of we're going to need a lot of seed, and if that's the case, we may need to get something to bring it here, because I can't keep driving this back and forth. So we may need to, yet again, lease a telehandler with and maybe just put a couple of bags on there. We'll probably carry 4 of them at a time. Drive them down the street, which is a little bit easier now that there's no cars around. Turn them off. So it looks like we might get 2 headlands done with the seeds that we have in the seeder right now. It's using significantly less fertilizer, so that's good. That's more expensive, so we can probably... Well, we still have a couple of bags of seed there. Oh, come on. Get that. What I wouldn't give for like a perfectly rectangular field. These are all pretty to look at, but there's a reason all the big fields are just boxes. So I think what I'll do is once we run out of seed here, I'm going to buy 1 more bag of seed so that we can, and rent a telehandler so that I can bring back 3 bags of seed and 1 bag of fertilizer. and we'll see how. That's not going to be enough to do the whole field, but it'll get us much closer. So why is this not... Why is it not detecting the width of these anymore? Okay, it is now. Alright, good. Oops. My bad, my bad, my bad. Headland. keep going? No. Let's go. I could try to assign this to an AI worker and see how they do. Okay, well let's let them... Let's see what they do while I go get these. I'm gonna get one more of these. And once again, we'll get a telehandler, but we're not gonna get that electric one now. We'll just get the JCB. And we'll get a pallet fork. I'm probably gonna have to buy that one. Okay, I think the AI will be able to at least perform reasonably there, so that's the hope anyway. Now, see, this is a nice camera angle. It's much better. Alright, so let's see. We're going to try to pick up these two guys. Oh, really? Are you two? Is this... Is there a way to adjust? Come on, I know I can get them both. God, these pedals. I hate the fact that they just can't. it's right on the edge. Come on. You gonna stay there? Maybe. Could see that one falling off at some point, but we'll give it a shot here. The other thing I just realized, by hiring a worker, that worker is not actually going to use up any seed. Which I always found a little strange. Like, it actually really screwed me up the first few times where I was like, I put seed in the machine and stuff, and then the worker is driving, but nothing's happening. It's like, what's going on? And I believe it's because when workers, the cost of the seed just gets rolled into their fee. They don't actually use up any seed or fertilizer for that matter. Which is really odd, but it also means that this time that we've been away from the seeder with the worker, he's not going to run out of seed, so that's good. But I still want to bring this over there because I'd rather do it myself, because the work can't really afford the workers. As you can see, we're broke. In fact, that money there is rapidly going down as he's working. And I assume that he'll just take off when we really, really need. I don't even know if we need the corn. I was going to say we're just broke. We may need to take out a loan to get us through the winter. I know I made a mistake buying 2 bags of fertilizer. We don't need that. That was unnecessary. But I also didn't like the description of the seeder where it says it holds 1,660 liters, but it doesn't actually tell you that it's half seed, half fertilizer. So. I suppose we could have not leased a thing. We could have taken our pickup over there and just put these on the back of the pickup. Save some money that way. We're not spending very wisely here. In fact, let me just go and cancel the worker. Yep. What did I seriously bring, like the half empty fertilizer back? Okay, well, that's fine. We still got 71%. It's not going to matter. Oh, damn it. God, that's frustrating. I keep leaving these tiny little patches. This field is just a bit of a nightmare, dimension-wise. Again, tiny little patch of grass. And there too, because why not? Alright, now we're making some progress here, finally. Should be able to get this field seeded before the end of the stream. Which still gives us some time in that day as well to decide whether or not we want to keep the field to our right as grass or whether or not we want to maybe seed something in there as well. We don't technically have the money to do it, but just not sure if having a giant grass field there is really the best way to go. But Oh, for Christ's sake, can we please get this tiny piece of grass there, crying out loud? I wasn't sure we'd make it, just barely make it. Just make my life a little bit easier here. Make this headland a little wider. Go fix this patch anyway. Cool. I left grass on both sides. Way to go, idiot. Probably got away with using quite a bit less seed than I thought we were going to actually need. Maybe some of that was because we used the worker for a bit there, but... finish this patch without refilling, so we're going to have like 2 full bags of seed left. Probably going to run out of fertilizer just before the end, though, which, you know what? That'll just be unfortunate. I'm not going back for the other bag. Thanks for the follow there, Boogie. Welcome to the exciting world of seeding. Not too bad, not too bad. How are you this fine evening? That's good. We're hoping, I'm trying to see if we'll be able to get this done without running out of fertilizer, but I don't think so. We have 7% left, and I'm going to say 4 rows back and forth, maybe 5, so we're probably just going to run out of the fertilizer, but a tiny chunk is just going to go unfertilized. Nice. What map are you playing on? By the way, playing Farming Simulator is great. It's really handy to watch a stream at the same time. Depending on what you're doing. But it's one of those games where you can really kind of chill and multitask. The first one, yeah. Is that Elms Creek or whatever its name is? It's a nice map. Well, we got a fair bit done today. I had mowed this field last time. We ended up finishing the baling and wrapping. We got the bales moved into the barn. We rented, because we're broke, we rented a telehandler to bring seed down here. I think we bought this seeder, because I actually like this seeder. It seeds and fertilizes at the same time, which is really handy. Even though when it runs out of fertilizer like now, that will just be unfertilized. I have never done No Man's Land. Well, that's interesting. The color of the field is actually slightly different when it's unfertilized. Okay, good to know. So I do have another bag of fertilizer at the shop, but I don't have a lot of time to pick it up in the next 6 minutes or so that I've got left to stream here. So I'll probably have to get that next time. But I might go and... I probably won't, I'll be honest with you. I probably won't fertilize that tiny section. It's okay. It is close enough. The case version, yeah. Have you heard about the Farming Simulator 25 announcement and some of the teasers and trailers and stuff? What do you think of that? Yeah, that'll be coming out in November, I believe. So, looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm on PC. And we're just going to make it with the seat here as well. Got some more seats sitting on the side there. But I like how multi-platform this game is. Like, there are some mods, for example, you can only get on PC, but there are so many mods you can get on console as well. It's very nice. You don't feel like you're missing out too much when you're on Xbox, I think. The blue line is actually from a mod that I don't think you can get on the console, called Vehicle Control Add-on. It's basically a GPS type system so that it's kind of on the auto drive. It's handy for this kind of stuff where you want to be super precise and lazy at the same time. It looks like Farming Simulator 25 might have a built-in GPS assist thing as well. Hasn't been shown, but there was an icon in the HUD display that looks like it may be like that. Alright, so we'll turn that off, we'll raise that. This field is done, and we have, out of fertilizer, we have 5% of... Actually, I'm just going to clean up this corner here. There's a section here that I want to do. And of course I left the patch because of course I would. I'm not streaming tomorrow, no. I stream this every Thursday between 7 and 9 o'clock Pacific time in the evening. So I will be streaming this again next Thursday to continue what we're doing here. So, and I think, so we've got a couple of things on the go. We might seed the field right beside us here because that's just kind of... Right now it's a giant grass field and it just seems like that's a lot for a grass field, you know? So we might seed that as well, especially because I still have 2 bags of seed just sitting here. On the other hand, we also own a field with corn that is not quite ready to harvest, but I keep hoping it will be soon because tomorrow is technically our last day that we should be able to harvest this. So I'm hoping that that'll happen, because if it doesn't, we've got a problem. The problem I have now is I've got half the day left. Not half the day, and I probably should just seed some more on here. I should probably, even if I just seed half of it, I don't even have to do the whole thing. I've got a couple minutes. Why don't I start? Because we need some grass. We do not need this much grass. We also have a cow pasture, which is basically just grass that we could mow if we wanted to. This is also a really, really large field. I'm going to see if I can maybe... I'm going to split this in half. I'm going to basically leave grass on the one half. I'm just going to keep planting wheat in the other one. Because that way, I'll get to use up these seeds. I will get to use up the afternoon here in November with the hope that next day... No, that's not my corn either. That might be done, but it's not my field. So... The field I have is not ready. It's been in the last growth stage for what seems like forever. So I don't know what's going on there. I think I'm going to go up to the tree here and then cut back across and make this wheat. So the hope is that next Thursday when I'm back on, I can harvest the corn. If I can't, I don't know what to do about it. I think I might just have to... Well, I may have to harvest it outside of the season because I don't really want to give it a... I just bought this farm. I had started this on Attingham Park where you start without owning anything. You basically just start with a bunch of leased equipment, and so I had to do a bunch of contract jobs first just to earn enough money to purchase the farm that I now own. So this is my first time actually owning proper fields and stuff like that. Everything else before was basically just contract work. So it's exciting that we're at this stage, but it also means that we are extremely poor. We have no more money left. I'm going to have to sell... I'm probably going to have to take out a loan over the winter, because even if we harvest the corn, I don't think we'll be able to sell it right away, because I don't think it will be a good time to sell the corn. So, alright, I'm going to leave it here, and I'll finish this section of the field next time. We'll finish seeding that, and we'll see what happens to the corn. So if you are going to check me back out here on Shacknews, Boogie, next Thursday, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern, We'll be on for a couple hours and see what happens. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for coming by, and hope to see you again soon. Everybody else, be sure to check out shacknews.com. Anything interesting there about Farming Simulator and lots of other games you'll find there. The socials were just linked here. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course on YouTube. So take care, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful week. See you soon.